Morning, people. It turns out I'm blonde again. um, but yeah, the truth is I have run out of pink dye, and it's too sunny, and I'm lacking like running water. So I mean, whatever. It might stay like this for a bit. So yeah, I wanted to talk about community and the lack of community, how human beings are basically losing the most precious thing, which is the communication between each other, helping each other, the sense of belonging, and how important that is. No, I mean, families are breaking. I mean, the whole thing is basically telling us that everything is separated and that we are all separated from each other and blah blah blah, which is not true, and how important, especially to heal this disease, it is to actually feel that you belong, that you have a support system, that you have a community. The way that cities are built is basically not very friendly to create communities. And yeah, I mean, this way of living is what brought me to be very sick. The whole thing, this included artificial lighting, cities, concrete, I mean, the whole thing. And you're going to say that's the only thing that exists. It doesn't. When you really get sick and you have no other alternative but to get out of there or you die, that's when you realize that, I wish I'd done it before. And there's no other way around it. I either do it or die. So, I mean, yeah, that tells us a lot. Unfortunately, we realize this when it's a bit late. And in my opinion, I mean, to be honest, all cities should blow up, and that's that. Even like the town structure, nature has a structure that is organized chaos, let's say, but that kind of structure with cubes and like concrete and roads that just freaks me out. I just can't deal with it. On top of that, obviously, I have sensitive chemical sensitivities, and I can't, my immune system would crash in a second. One thing's going there for, a few hours. The other one is basically staying there, and it's just not right. So, if you find yourself in the situation where you need to heal from this and need to find a place, I mean, it's so important where you are, the people you are with, how to restart when you finally survive probably from a decade. I have to remind everyone that people that go through this spend years in a dark room, unable to talk, to move, to interact with anything, with anyone. And then the recovery phase is really long. So when you get to the point where you can finally, even though you need a safe and non-toxic place, which is not like a special need, it should be everyone's right, right? The same with the food. Now eating, let's say, organic food is not, it should not be a privilege, because it will get to a point where that's all you can do or you die. You see, so I mean, yeah, that's how bad things are. And organic food, it's basically food. The rest, it's very questionable what the hell it is, right? So yeah, there are many things like this, and community living is just extremely important for this phase of recovery. It's something I'm deeply missing, and having, feeling supported, having like a support system, whether it's like close family or not. No, in my case, I went through all this with my mom alone, with, thanks God, two people that really been there, and even though not physically in the same place, and a few more, which I would be dead without. No, but many others, when they see this, they just basically run away. And well, not, and I forgive to everyone. I did like a huge work to actually forgive all these people, even though, as you can imagine, at my worst, I was like freaking out. I just could not believe the lack of humanity in them. But that's their problem, not mine. But the thing is, obviously, it affects the fact that when you heal the nervous system, you do not feel safe. So you need people, you need support, you need to feel that there's people around you, that, things are happening, that, yeah, because there'll be a moment like I am now where you want to restart things, but you still rely obviously on place, diet, everything, or you might fall into hell. And obviously, after so long, I definitely don't want to go through that hell. So yeah, if you find yourself in this situation, and you start meeting new people and they do not understand what you have, or the fact that you go to a bar, restaurant, whatever, you cannot eat the same diet. And in my case, I don't give a fuck. But some people feel pressured about this, especially to drink a beer or whatever, things like that. No, and I think it took us too long to get to this point. And the other one is the frustration with the lack of recognition. And it's not that I want to have like a red carpet, but many of us survived something that would have killed millions. And, with cancer, with other things, people actually understand that is something brutal. But with this, even though it's really long and extremely brutal, no one has a clue, which leaves us. It's like, you get to the finish point or almost of the marathon, and yet there's no one waiting for you there. So it's like, oof, oh, okay. And still, you have to rely on other people to survive, make a plan, imagine how you're going to live, even though you're not going to be working like everyone else. It's tough. It's a tough situation to be in. And, regarding the losing of people in the way, to be honest, that people should not be there in the first place. No. So it's a good way to kind of filter out and upgrade yourself, even though it's like literally the dying and being reborn again. I believe the place I'm in gave me my life back. um, and obviously the few people that helped me, without it I'll be dead. But then when you restart from something like this and you have to build a lifestyle accordingly, I'm not gonna mention obviously that we should be having um, economical support, which we do not have. That's really dangerous because, obviously we need a lot of things to keep the health and to maintain it and to live, which is scary. And to think on how to do these things so it doesn't damage your health again, and so on, and, getting a car, well, whatever it is. But yeah, creating this kind of communities could really, really, really help. And just very slowly going back into a life, but this time a life that doesn't make you sick. People that don't judge you, that understand what you have, that you can function one day but you might not function for three, for a while, and all these things. And yeah, just random thoughts this morning that I wanted to put out there, and to make people that might be going through this not feel alone, and especially those around these people, or that meet people that have all these diseases and all these things, understand the person they're meeting, what they've been through and all this, because there is no information about it unless it happened to you or to someone very close, right? So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.